Look, I've got my little thing. Hi, Kim.
Hi, darling.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Little, one of them. How are you doing? It's not wrong. It's not crime. How are you doing?
I'm good. This is my husband, Joe.
Joe, come and sit down.
Here I are.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. None of the, what's that now?
What's that?
None of the bum thing.
Yeah, I can't bump bums with him.
No,
No,
don't.
but
I
you
wouldn't
can.
even try.
You can.
How long have you been together?
50 years.
50 years. And always in this pie shop?
No,
No.
I met Joe in our other shop in the Broadway Market when I was 13, and we've been married 45 years in April.
How's it been, your lockdown?
We locked down originally. And
For
then
4 months.
4 months?
Yep, first 4 months, so it's April to July. March to July. Then we opened again, takeaway and delivery. Then we shut down again. Then we opened for 3 weeks where people could
come in,
but they were socially distanced.
socially distanced.
So
we
we
cut
had
about half our tables off.
5 tables instead of 9.
Yeah.
And then we've done takeaway and delivery since then.
And how's it been on you? How's the whole thing been?
Crap. It's been awful.
Pretty horrendous.
But we've had it both ends. We've had the COVID and we've had the road closures.
Yeah, the road closures the COVID has driven me mad the way they've handled that. You can't shut businesses down. That just feels like a really stupid idea. Let people make their own decisions about life. I reckon we're all grown-ups, aren't we? But tell me about the road closures, because my dad, I moved a mile from my dad's house because my mum passed away last year, and I just wanted to be just up the road from him, and I can't get to him. No. It takes, he's Camberwell, I'm Stockwell, and I would go, it was like that, one straight line. It took me 5 minutes.
Straight through.
5 minutes, now I've got to go all the way around Vauxhall, takes 35 minutes. It was just buses, taxis, and who put these in the middle of lockdown as well?
Right, okay, so if we look at Hackney and Tower Hamlets and Islington and Newham, and we look at the City of London, we have approximately 4% of cyclists.
4% of the road users are cyclists.
Are cyclists, that's it. Consultations should be what it says, to consult. We have no consultations. It is already done, signed off and built, and whatever they do with it before we even know about it. The other day I delivered into Packington Street. Within 2 days they'd shut the road off. 2 days.
Who decides all of this
I
stuff?
don't know.
There you go. I wrote a letter to Philip Glanville with regards to all of these roads. To date, I haven't had a response or even a reply from him, which I think is outrageous. We have been established in the East End since 1862. We are probably the oldest established business left in the whole of Hackney. Joe is 4th generation. Unfortunately, our children won't go into it now.
Why is that? Why don't they want to go into it?
Well, 2 reasons really. Our daughter is a barrister and our son died.
I'm so sorry.
And he was a police officer. So their paths went different ways, but to the same way.
But apart from that, I can't see businesses being allowed to carry on.
What do businesses need to carry on?
Well, they need to be able to get around the boroughs, the city. You go down Bishopsgate now.
You've got bus gates.
And you've got a bus gate, you can't go down. It's just a joke.
I did a delivery the other day and it had to be into Great Tower Street. I couldn't get into Great Tower Street. All the roads were shut off in the city. We over the weekend, it bugged us so much that we looked on the City of London website, and they are going to close from the 25th of March I think it was, wasn't it? March, May. Threadneedle Street, Leadenhall Street, Cannon Street. How do you get... I get it, they want us to have...
Talking about the heart of the City of London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could virtually get anywhere in the city, wheeling your way through this one, that one, that one. As soon as you shut one of those, you completely bugger it, because you have to do all sorts of things. Now the amount they've shut in the city, I mean, you can't go around the Bank Junction, you can't go through it. I mean, how in the hell has that ever happened? How has that happened?
I left the other night, I went down Wiston Road, can't turn left over the bridge.
No.
Went to go down Pritchard's Road, it was from Hackney Road to the end of Wiston Road. So they're talking about shutting roads off, they're talking about pollution.
And they're making it worse.
And they're making it worse. They're doubling up.
They are making it worse.
Yeah.
I won't allow Joe to do any deliveries. He will have a heart attack.
Right.
I find it very difficult when people in power say they want to look after their the people in their borough, whether it's living accommodation, whether it's businesses or whatever, when the people in power don't respond. We are the people that keeps this borough going.
They work for us as well. Right?
And they work for us.
We don't work. We're being treated like we're doing them a favour to let them boss us around.
Absolutely.
I can't bear it.
We have
You can't. Oh.
Sadiq Khan.
French wouldn't stand it.
Sadiq Khan is £13 billion in the red for TfL. We have had £545 million spent on the cycle lanes and the roads. We have 60 miles of cycle lanes within the square mile of the city. How do you work that one out?
Looks like they're trying to force you to change.
We very often drive down Wiston Road between maybe 10 and 10:30 in the morning. They've got the most enormously wide cycle lane. Not once have we driven down there and there is a cyclist on that cycle.
But you see cyclists riding in the road next to the bloody cycle lane.
I know.
I mean, what are you doing?
So no one was asked. This is done. It's meant to be under consultation, but it's all been done. What about the stopping of communities getting together and travelling between communities, disabled people, stuff like that? Are they able to get around?
It must make it harder for them. It must make it harder.
I'll tell you what makes
for
it
them.
hard. I'll tell you who doesn't make it hard for the emergency services. My son, his colleagues our son was in TSG, and I actually spoke to one of his colleagues the other day, and they can't drive anywhere because they've got these great big boxes of flowers.
What do they call them? Call them flower? No, don't call them flower. Well, they've got the huge wooden boxes.
Yeah, no, they're everywhere.
In Kingsland Road, in Creamer Street, they got them there. They can't get through it. So you've got every emergency service that on a 999 call can't get through these barriers.
They've got to go, don't they?
They have to go.
I will take them all away.
People are finding getting to our shop to pick up a delivery. It's becoming an arduous task for them.
Yeah.
Because they end up driving another mile or 2 or 3, in fact,
to get here.
What do you think the goal is? What was the mission to make a sort of happy utopian cycle area where everyone will walk around? Or
so no one drives. There's no cars, no vans. See, look, it's all well and good shutting off the city. Do what you like with the city. Right? Shut it off. Do what you like. But the city still has to be fed and watered.
Listen, I get it with people cycling. The cyclists today, the professional ones, the way they dress, what they do.
And how they conduct themselves.
And how they conduct themselves on the road. You get the other ones that think we owe them a living. We don't. We don't. But it's all designed for the cyclists. It's not designed for...
It's just really impractical. It's like a giant bit of virtue signalling.
Yeah.
It's like going, we really care about this. But if you're trying to get going after 3 separate lockdowns to get your business up and running again, not to be able to move or deliver anything seems to be the worst idea possible for the sake of looking good.
Absolutely diabolical.
And that's what it is. So you think we're just getting, what they're doing is they're just saying, I'm sorry, that was the olden days, the new days, everyone's... And that's not a consultation, right?
No.
A consultation is you should put that to the electorate and ask them whether they want it. Yeah.
The thing is, when you look at, for example, around here, just literally around here, you have now Creamer Street, that's blocked. You have Broadway Market, which is blocked. So if you have an incident like I've been involved in, but certainly been caught up in Hackney Road, and you can't turn left over the bridge, everybody that's stuck in Hackney Road and everybody that's stuck in Pritchard's Road are literally stuck. Because everyone then turns round.
In one direction.
Yeah.
So what happens then with the pollution levels then?
Yeah, well that's it. It's the law of unexpected consequences, isn't it? They
Absolutely.
think they're doing everyone a favour, but actually just making more and more pollution.
No.
People have got to be free. If you let people make their own minds up about something, they'll be all right.
What makes me wonder is that these things, all these boxes, all these flower boxes, are all these closed junctions and roadworks, etc. Let's talk about just Hackney at the moment. Are they spending all this money to say that when the new budget, when the new financial year comes in, they've got no funds left so they're going to get a bit more for the next year. If this is what's happening, it's almost an annual event. All of a sudden, the roads are being done. Downham Road, Southgate Road, the roads are being blocked off there, and they're doing roadworks there. Creamer Street, they had 2 weeks off in Creamer Street. What were they doing before they put the boards up and the blockage there? Kingsland Road, they've got to keep spending money. The council loves to spend money, our money, and the government money. On what?
On telling you where you can go and where you can't go.
Absolutely.
It's not their business. Shouldn't be their business. It's got to be a democratic event.
And how we're going to go when it's supposed to be all electric, or we can't have this car, that car, this van or that van, I really don't know.
Especially after they spent years pumping diesels at us, saying biodiesel, 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 biodiesel.
Everyone will go
and then they're like, no more diesels, no more diesel. It almost feels a bit like a racket, doesn't it? God, there's a lot of examples of what's going on in our country where we're told what to do by people that we haven't voted for. So I'm like, okay, well, let's give people an opportunity to vote for somebody else then, who actually will listen. Anyway, it should just be about, the city should reflect the values of the people, that's my view. It should reflect the values of the guy who's in charge, sitting there with his little European flags in the fireworks display and Black Lives Matter fists. I don't want any of that.
Absolutely sick of it.
Just, you know,
I don't mind, we can have what we want, whatever you like. I don't want it pushed in my face. I don't want anything pushed in my face.
No, why would you?
I want to be asked.
There you are, I agree.
And come back and have some lunch.
I will come and have some lunch.
Well,
We're going to get this place open. The most
most
important thing is that it's got to be open.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look, you're doing the right thing and wearing the face mask, but I'm like, I'm sorry, this is done. The rest. This is bribery. This is small businesses, medium-sized businesses. You're killing every single one of them.
I'm supposed to be retired, so they reckon, or semi-retired, or whatever they call it. I don't know. But if I'm at home, I can't go anywhere.
No,
I don't go anywhere.
it's not living.
No.
We need to get that back. They need to give us our freedoms back, and we never let them take them ever again. That's what I say. Ever again. Should we ever let them take them?
No.
Listen, we've had, this country has been and still is one of the greatest countries in the world. We've had more diverse peoples here than any other country in the world.
Absolutely.
But you still have to look after your own, look after your country. That is the exact reason we have borders.
Yeah.
That's the exact reason why you have a front door.
Yeah, I know. It's usually the people that say that you don't need borders that have the biggest walls and the most heavy front door.
You know, you can't just do that. You can't go for it. It used to be like that. Go anywhere you like.
No, it's globalism, isn't it? It's everyone's got to be the same. It's rubbish. It's really rubbish. I think it's nice to be proud of where you come from.
Right,
it's been such a privilege and a pleasure talking to you guys. And
It's been a privilege talking to you.
I'm going to come back and we're going to check out when this. Hopefully,
We're going to be open, please God, from the 13th of April.
I'm going to come and have a pie on the 13th of April.
Come and join us.
13th of April, and then the week after, the 22nd, is our anniversary.
Yes.
I hope you're getting that on film.
Let's. I want a bum.
You want
Scott.
the bum?
I want the bum. Come on,
Ready?
let's do it.
Go.
Nice.
Oh, that was lovely.
Lovely.
No, you're not having
Lots of love. See you later, guys. Thank you for seeing me.
Thank you.